Hello, Memorial football fans. I'm Charles Strayer, and welcome to the final episode of this season's Sideline Snapshot series. We're going to go over some things from the Wausau West game, as well as previewing our final game here happening on Thursday night at Carson Park. We'll be taking on DC Everest. So let's get started. So while our clash with the Warriors didn't go as well as we wanted it to from a scoreboard perspective, there were a lot of great takeaways from senior night at Carson Park. Most notably, the highly anticipated return of Tatum Ferguson did not disappoint. Initially a little stale there when it came to the connection, but fortunately Gunlock and Ferguson were able to rekindle that flame that we so desired here. He had 6 receptions for 115 yards. And again, Gunlock and Ferguson just kind of retooling that connection that worked out so well for them prior to Ferguson's injury. And that was great to see, hopefully seeing that from him for his final game as a senior. Additionally, Alex Christensen had a reception towards the end of the game, which was great to see. He's been putting in the work. He's a 4-year guy. So excellent to see him reeling in, and that was no easy reception, I will say. So able to reel it in before and getting his feet in bounds, so that was great as well. Shamar Simmons averaging 7.1 yards a carry, just over 100 yards rushing, and he currently sits at 866 rushing yards on the season, meaning he is well on his way to a 1,000-yard season if he is able to perform against DC Everest, which I have every confidence he will be able to. So an excellent achievement. He's been doing excellent, especially down the stretch here in his senior year. So despite things not going the Abes' way as a whole, it's great to see, especially those seniors who these are their last couple of chances to really make an impression. It's great to see them still fighting, still doing extremely well. We had a lot of records broken. Additionally, Julius Clark and Tatum Ferguson, both of those guys are currently sitting at the top and second place for most receptions and most yards receiving. So that is excellent. Obviously, those guys, extremely talented athletes and both 4-year guys in the program. So seeing all of their hard work come to fruition has been especially nice. So seeing Ferguson come back and having all of those seniors doing very well, approaching the end of their time here at Memorial, I'm excited to see them take the field one last time here on Thursday night for our game against DC Everest. Looking ahead to our final game of the 2024 season, let's not sugarcoat this, it is going to be a hard one. DC Everest is an extremely competent football team, and that's putting it lightly. Their most recent game was a win over the Spash Panthers. Their high-powered offense on full display in a 47-40 victory for essentially Wisconsin Valley's superiority. So a huge conference win behind them there. They're currently standing at 6-2 overall. And that offense I was talking about is definitely a weapon in and of itself. But on the individual side, Logan George, the starting quarterback, is definitely one of the most fearsome facets of said offense. About 66.7% accuracy on the year, a 109 rating, and he is definitely deadly. He's not shy when it comes to airing it out. He can definitely gunsling, so we are going to have to watch out for him for sure. Blake Bankston is also one of those guys where whether he's in the backfield or in the slot, wide out, he is going to be a tough guy to get a handle on. 23 touchdowns on the season, 20 of them rushing, so he is definitely going to be somebody to watch out for when they come down to Carson Park. And they have a very well-rounded team as well. Several guys, especially when you look at the receiver core, got a handful of the guys with 3 touchdowns, one guy with 4. So the pass attack is going to come from many different directions. It will be a true test for our secondary. All in all, though, kind of looking back at this season, there have been more downs than ups, you would think, just kind of by looking at the record. However, we've seen a lot of improvement from, the guys who are going to be coming up in leadership positions. Most notably, I'd like to give a shout out to our starting quarterback, Aaron Gunlock, who is taking great strides in improving, currently sitting at over 1,100 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, and he has come such a long way, even from the start of this season. It's been great to see him been able to adapt to adversity nicely without his top target for the majority of the season. So he has definitely come a long way, and it's been great to see him, out of the shotgun these past couple weeks. Additionally, shout out to Ryan Schultz, who's currently leading the team in solo tackles with 36. Also has 2 interceptions on the season, so definitely a promising start for his varsity career going into his senior year. And of course, I'd be remiss not to bring up our excellent seniors. Chief among them, defensively, Gus Chumas, Zach Higdon, and Luke Johnson playing both sides of the line. All of those guys doing work in the trenches and really just not getting enough credit. So shout out to those guys for all that they do. And of course, all those senior guys in our receiver core and Simmons in the backfield. Thank you for all you've done. They've done a great job, making sure that offense is running smoothly. A lot of trial by fire going on with that new system under Coach Westcott. So obviously, it's been a great opportunity to build. We've been seeing a lot of that come through. Here and there have been glimmers of what this team will eventually become under that new system. Obviously, with any new coaching regime turnover, there's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be time allotted that you got to just use to adjust. So I think in terms of a year where we've had to build off of a less than ideal situation with a coaching exit, I think we found an excellent head coach in Coach Westcott and the rest of his team, very devoted to what they do, very devoted to making this program all that it can be. So I think all in all, this is a great step forward. So we might have taken a lot of losses this season, but ultimately I think it was for the betterment of the program, and all the guys involved, myself included, have been all the better for it. So thank you to coaches, thank you to officials, thank you to everybody who's been making this season possible. We've got everybody coming down for one more ride on Thursday night. So, obviously Eagle Eye, we're going to be there hoping for a big upset. And that should do it for our Sideline Snapshot series. There will be a highlight video coming out after the season concludes. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. We will update you as we start working on it. And of course, we'll be around for basketball season, volleyball playoffs, and everything Old Abes athletics. So I'd like to thank you for watching all of our Sideline Snapshot series. It's been real. It's been fun. I'm Charles Strayer, signing out for Eagle Eye. And as always, go Abes.
Hi everybody, I'm Aidan Rickert, Eagle Eye's other guy. If you're interested in more MHS sports content, be sure to check out our TikTok, Instagram, and check out some of the other videos on our YouTube channel. And while you're at it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more. Go Abes!